Hadian ka jingmi ki jingakran bakarukam pankrea ka examen Common University Entrance ta CUET exam kamtam ha North Eastern Hill University hi bakam long ka babyang bat mi ru ki jingdawa bat deban pensyong nong rembet na ki score sheet class 12 bandrung Pule ha ki Central University Professor Chef K Pradhan head jong Commerce Department St Anthony's College ubadai ru Nonghikai ka Meghalaya College Teachers Association MCTA ulaong bakani ka test ka Pynhiar dor ya ka Pule Puthi ha ki school bat ki college Ulaong bahau simet usngau ba lada ki marks ki baki yo haki examen class 12 kim dondor kumta ki khna kin nya ki ba Pule ha school baraki por bansawan haki school higher secondary kin ai sagi Nonghikai lani ki coaching na ka babanta ka CUET dak bakdo ba dak jingdon ka CUET ki jing Pule ba kham halor kin khamlong ka jing ya ki long yeng ki badok pat baduna ka yo ka kot.
We as an teachers association at like Meghalaya College Teachers Association or even IFACTO, of which MCT is the member, they have already opposed this CUET on the basis of this it devalues school education, college education, because what marks you get in class 12 hardly matters, right? What marks you get in undergraduate it hardly matters. So that it devalues school education as well as college education. Another thing is it marginalizes the the higher education becomes outside the reach of the marginalized people. So for example, you have to sit for a common entrance test, right? And you have to compete with the best all around. So that is the thing. Like not only that, financial part is also implemented. Here, I think for 3 papers it is 1,000 for general. I think for if I'm not mistaken 700 or 750 for 3 papers, and each additional paper you have to pay some extra money. So money is also involved, right? And now with CUET, what will happen is just like JEE, we have got Vedantu, we have got alien coaching classes, everything going on and charging thousands of rupees. Next is CUET coaching classes. So that is coaching culture will start. That is one thing. Fine. Having said and done this, this being enforced by this government with as part and parcel of the NEP 2020, okay, CUET, fine if they are doing it, okay, but having a policy is one thing, able to implement it in its true spirit is another thing. Students will hardly be interested in the school education. It will happen like from, let's say for example, what will happen is in this high secondary school, what they will do is we will also offer CUET coaching, they will say now, and you will send your son there. For that we are charging extra 300 rupees per month. That will happen, no? Right? So that is the problem. So what will happen? The teacher, just like in JEE, what has happened, like in coaching centers, like if you go down to Ïaleh and you send down in Guwahati and your son wants to do NIT, so he will enroll and there is a proxy school. This proxy school is just, you are, registered there, and you attend few classes of English and other things, physical education. Other time you are doing your regular PCB classes. So you are tuned only for NIT. That is what to do, because the class 12 mark is not considered, only 60 is enough. So that is what you are saying also, I understand, no? This guy is very good in class 12 or class 10, but he doesn't do well in CUET, then what will happen? So that's why I said CUET, the way it is designed now, really devalues, school education and college education at present, unless and until they do some tweaking. Like say for example, they say the board exam will be 50% weightage will be given, CUET 50% weightage will be given. Then maybe, if it is possible, I don't know, or 60-40, something like that, then only people will give, as you said, some importance to school education and college education. Otherwise, everything is tuned to CUET.
Professor Pradhan ulaong bakajing ja hanihu hakakat santarik jong jembang arja arpusau ki badai ban kit khle kimla ban le ai bar hakum katu ka jinglong jingman kan khata yaki khna ki bayarle yaka examen ulaong baka sarkar jalla ka dai ban pej panya yaka long ka man hamadan haswa ban sim pentrai kam yaki nu ki jing batha na ka sarkar India but om dai ban subut yaka policy copy and paste. Dakabakdo baka CUET kadai nakabanta ki Central University but ki don san pinyotali hakari India barokaway ulaong bagi khana ki happas ya ka CUET ban yo rung class but ki private university ru ki pentrai kam ya kani.
And we have seen centers being there, and especially the center in Nihu, they were just not able to handle the number of people that they were supposed to deal. Now in such a situation, I really cannot think what should be the mental tension of the student who sit for the papers, especially for the trauma that they go through and their parents, right? In such a situation, do you think they will be able to sit down and write an exam and qualify and tomorrow apply for the best colleges in this country. Forget about, the best colleges in the country, they may not get admission even in the local colleges. So I think, whenever we implement this type of thing, the proper planning has to be done. Just having a good policy doesn't mean. The most important thing is execution. I think in our state, I have seen the way it is conducted in my college. We have been handling this type of exams for such a long time. So I think it was very smooth. I have seen in Lady King, it was okay. Army school, fine. But the way it has been held in Nihu, I think it was a total bazaar chaos. They were just not prepared for it. I think now, in such a situation, I think the government should in future take into account all possible aspects, the ground realities, before actually implementing any policies which is imposed by the center in the state. It cannot just be copy and paste. It should take into account the local conditions into factor, tweak with the policies that are there according to local conditions, so that they will be suitable to the local people. Otherwise, we cannot just copy and paste. It is just not possible. That is what I feel. CUET is for central universities. Like there are around 57, I think, central university. I'm not very sure, but quite a large number of central universities. It's mandatory for them. Central university, for you getting admission into their courses, or any affiliated college which is affiliated to central university, if you want to go through the courses, you have to go through CUET. So if you look at this list that is being issued, I think many private colleges also, private university also has opted for CUET, right? So it's almost mandatory. Okay, it's almost mandatory. If you don't do that, you don't get admission. Then, but there is a slight catch also. Okay, what will happen is, in the beginning, now maybe the CUET exams are very easy, right? The CD to this one, but with after some time, when the pressure will be too much, the number is just too much, it will become tough, just like JEE and NET and other things. So only this high grade people will be able to take admission in this one. So otherwise, we will go to what Symbiosis they will go, which is Amity they will go, or Christ University in Bangalore they will go. The people who can afford, those are Jain University in Bangalore they will go. Those are private universities. They don't go for CUET. They will, whatever interview they have a small MCQ online with Google form, and they will call you an interview and you are selected, right? So now, okay, the rich can afford, but what about the poor, like who miss out on the CUET? That is, a crux of the matter that we will have to think carefully.
Ulaong baka ek belajar Meghalaya ka day namar ka jingsam jing ki khana Pule na nongkendong bat kim tip ya ki jing don kam ki bahap le lingba ka online mode bat ka ya day bentaru bat ka pisa tingka.
Now what has happened is, many students, especially from the rural background, okay, in this year, at present, in Meghalaya especially, they could not file the CUET. They were not aware of it, online thing, right? So they will not be able to study in any affiliated college in Meghalaya which is affiliated to Nihu, like from Anthony's, Edmund, St. Mary's, Lady. They will not be. Now you will say, where will they go? They will go to private universities, they will go to MLCU, they will go to William Carey, they will go to ICFI. What is the fees there? Very exorbitant. Pynhiar. So you see, it's a double-edged thing. You have to be very careful, like otherwise, what other option? They will have to give up studies. They'll have to give up studies. So if tomorrow CUET becomes very tough and cracking CUET becomes very tough, I think you will know who will benefit. Private universities and private colleges which are not affiliated to central universities. It's a double-edged thing, that we have to keep in mind, right? This time, many students from the rural areas, they could not file. It's online thing, it's a new thing, and it involves money. It involves money. A hand-to-mouth laborer, mother is somewhat waiting. They cannot think like, and somehow they miss the deadline, or how it is difficult it is, right? The centers are here. You have to come to town. Then they give you the admit card one day before. You have no idea. It all involves money. So those students who have not been able to sit for CUET, now they have no other option got to go to private universities. And if the private universities is there, the fee structure is a little bit, is quite high.
Kon ba iet, ngiju shajing ba man la kasngi. Hatu ngila aju perkhat ba. Kabam kabang ngibam katain ya kamet jungi.
Mai ngiju ba mi kini kiju kijing ba man la kasngi. Balik kini kajing kelimenta.
Kato ka dukan ration ba penyai uba raju. Uya thu yang
Nrai man kapor, nyem juyo ay kajing bam ki batay kamet. Kibalong ka daw jong kajing pang anemia at kajing brie jong kikman.
ba kumnungan lai nakini ki jingstam
kong nangkong pide ban penmelin ban bam ya ki jingbam ki bapha hakrukom bam jongpi bunsen ki longkmi bat ki khulung khana ki yo ya kini ki jingpang namar kim yo ya ki jingbam bantei ya kamen ka sarkar kelas dang ya ka food fortification ha ukhaw ata mlu kadut bat ka umpnyang bam baro kindon ki jingbam ka bantei kum ka iron folic acid vitamin B12 iodine zinc vitamin A bat vitamin D yakini baro pila banyo na ki jingbam badi ha ki dukan ration
kata kamut ngidan yu kau 45 babyang bhabat ngi
Mai uni khau tu bai biang ba pitharai baro kin bang ban ba mi uni
kon ka fortification jong kau kandum khata ya ka jingmat ba ka jinglong jingman jong kau
Mai karukam ban bu ya ki ba karukam shet pat kala ban pher
om dei kon om dan jinga pher la da dei ha ka rukom bu ni rukom shet kum ba fi ju shet yu kau ba fitien kum ju ru la shet ya uni u kau
okum ta
te kon ka jingbam ba ai ka kwat ka khya bat ka ba ai bor ka met ka phat bat ka bor per khat jungi hato dang dan ki jingbam ba kham bha ban ya uni
hoit mai fikran ya ka ba dei sisha
Lawan Ra Shafi Lingba ko Office Jong Commissionerate of Food Safety Meghalaya